After last week's unprecedented leak out of the Supreme Court, Senate Democrats seizing the moment in a symbolic effort that, while expected to fail, could be used as election fodder ahead of the midterms this November that will decide control of both houses of Congress.
First, it is our intention for the Senate to hold a vote on legislation to codify the right to an abortion in law. Second, a vote on this legislation is no longer an abstract exercise. This is as urgent and as real as it gets. We will vote to protect a woman's right to choose, and every American is going to see which side every senator stands on. Third, to the American people, I say this: the elections this November will have consequences because the rights of 100 million women are now on the ballot.
The vote is seen as a counteraction to existing trigger laws or proposed legislation in Republican-leaning states around the country that would restrict or outright ban abortions if the Supreme Court decision is handed down as expected, with the state of Louisiana advancing a bill classifying abortion as homicide from the moment of fertilization.
Their bill is written to protect abortionists rather than mothers. It would roll back health regulations. It would attack America's conscience rights and religious freedoms. It would overturn modest and overwhelmingly popular safeguards like waiting periods, informed consent laws, and possibly even parental notification. And it's written that so in practice, it would allow effective abortion until birth. Democrats' extreme position is radical on a global scale and wildly unpopular with the American people.
A Pew Research poll found that 61% of Americans believe abortion should be legal in all or most cases.
The council remains committed to its...
While the U.S. Treasury chief told Congress that eliminating women's access to abortions would have very damaging effects on the economy.
What we're talking about is whether or not women will have the ability to regulate their reproductive situation in ways that will enable them to plan lives that are fulfilling and satisfying for them. And one aspect of a satisfying life is being able to feel that you have the financial resources to raise a child, that the children you bring into the world are wanted, and that you have the ability to take care of them. In many cases, abortions are of teenage women, particularly low income and often black.
If the bill is passed, which appears numerically impossible, the legislation would guarantee a provider's ability to perform and an individual's right to access an abortion. The Women's Health Protection Act would override any pending Supreme Court decision that would strike down a woman's right to abortion nationally and what many view as harmful bans and unnecessary restrictions that impede a woman's access to reproductive care. The National Organization for Women warns that if Roe falls, half of the states will likely ban abortion altogether, resulting in a large swath of the South and Midwest without access to care, affecting some 40 million persons of reproductive age, many of them women of color, many of them living in marginalized communities. Sherwin Bryce's SABC News, New York.